There we go. So we are back after the small issue with some weird kind of CPU lag that I usually never have. I figured out what it was at the end and fixed it. So we have the pleasure of watching the last seconds of this first rifle round with Bialy staying alive. He's got a 1v3 at hand. The bomb has dropped behind him, so he can pick it up for sure. But Tazin is there to close him out. So yeah, that is it. For everyone that knows how things run, there are some default settings, and when my XSplit broke down after the second map, you might remember, it restored the default values and not the ones that I put in, so I had a few wrong values in my XSplit. Taps in with the double, and it's just gonna be another round for Penta, and it looks, again, it looks so strong by them, even though it's just, you know, pistol round and rifle round. It's 4-0. We are not supposed to draw conclusions yet, but the way they play it looks very sturdy. Now this round is definitely going to be a real test for Penta, because Virtus.pro know that they have to make something happen as well. And the pressure is basically on Virtus.pro right now. They are the favorites. They are the team that is supposed to play in the Pro League. Penta would be the ones upsetting their opponents. Virtus just leaves Neo over at the A side. The rest of the squad is focused on the B bomb side, with a huge execution coming up as soon as Neo joins them. If Neo joins them ever, because Crystal is intercepting him already. Virtus.pro have no other choice than to make it happen with their 4 remaining players, but Lowell is there, closing out Bialy through the smoke. What a start to the round for Penta. Really not how Virtus.pro wanted it to happen. A frag through the smoke and a frag on the lurker. Their chances are tiny, but they have 1 minute to work with. They flashed themselves into the platform. Those nades, they will rip him to shreds. 3v4 now. Virtus.pro slowly but surely getting back into the round, but the CTs have all the good positions occupied already. Oh, but they will be flashed out of position. Oh, Taz! Did he still not get the frag over there? It's a smoke obscuring their vision. Crystal stays alive somehow. Pasha with a double. He makes it his 3rd frag of the round. My guess and Tazin are still around on the side. They are together. Sometimes you think it's a good idea, but sometimes it's not that good of an idea. If you are facing an AK, Tazin is there, and he wins the round for Penta. So Pasha did try his very best. Taz with a clumsy spray through the smoke, didn't know where Crystal was, and the German simply danced around his Polish counterpart. 5-0 now for Penta. Terrace left with a Tech 9s and armor, and no more to do for them at this stage. Have to wait for the loser bonus to kick in again. It is maxed out, but they have to hold their horses for now. Taps with the first one of the UMP. Quite dangerous to play drop zone as close as they do at this moment. But at the same time, it's quite dangerous to give it up as well, so I can't understand their decision. Tazin will not understand Taz's decision, because he just jumped through the flames into the fire, so to speak. Easy kill for Tazin. Crystal's pushing into A main as well. Penta will unleash their quite flexible playing style at the moment, but Snacks will unleash a few bullets on the direction of Tazin. Gets another frag and puts Crystal down to low HP as well. Pasha with a P250. Crystal, the master of smokes. He is finally going to be taken down by Pasha. A 2v1. Again, it's Pasha. The last lifeline for Virtus.pro. He's got armor and a flash grenade with him, and he would have the time to rotate to the B side, but he's sticking with A, and there is Lowell and my guess. Let's take a look at Lowell. Easy frag for him as Pasha sneaks around the corner. It was a 50-50 chance for Pasha. He did everything he could already. Taking down Crystal was more than enough, and those kills by Snacks, really well done by them. And, well, it was an anti-force by Penta. Losing 3 guys should make them realize that whatever they do, they can never relax against a team like Virtus.pro. Bial is trying to somewhat fake the B bomb side at the moment, just making it obvious to the CTs that there is somebody around there. So please don't rotate yet, even though my teammates spray the door. But Crystal is holding the door, not anymore. Neo will kill him. Capson on 12 HP as well. He's at the B side. The terrorists have to make a decision. Do they want to stay with A, or do they want to rotate? It seems like the CTs think that the terrorists made a decision already, but the decision has been made. The B bomb side for the terrorists and A for the CTs. The question is if Penta will actually go for a retake. I don't think so. They just prepare the save already. They don't want to contest this round. Well, if the terrorists would have been unlucky enough to execute on A, of course Penta would put up some resistance and try to win the round, but with the terrorists going in for B, I don't think the CTs will contest this round anymore. They would have the money to do so, but why, I mean, you know, there's no real use in it. And big shout out to Cup of Stuff for whatever you did there in the chat a few minutes ago when Twitch delay is kicking in. Thanks for cleaning it. Those people. Man, well, let's not rant in a pleasant experience like that. So far, it has been pleasant for Penta. Neo tries to make it a little more pleasant for his team. That's the first round. Now, I guess pops up like a mole. Hello. And straight in the face. 6-0. 6-1. Virtus.pro just won the round. I almost forgot about that. It took them so long. No, just kidding. 11,000 for my guess. 9,000 for Lowell and Tazin. Really, the amount of damage dealt by the terrorists has been kept as low as possible in those rounds. That's when the CTs build up the money. And the 3 guys, the 3 deaths they suffered, they were sustainable thanks to the big cushion they built up. And now they brought 3 rifles to this round as well. So they don't have to buy as much as they would have if they had tried to retake the bomb site. Virtus.pro will start on the A side again. It seems like they really fancy A. Biali is the only one on B. Usually would see a lot of teams go for B platform plays with smoke lines over here or sometimes a split. But Virtus.pro is changing it up a lot. And thanks for the feedback in the chat, by the way, for everyone. I try to keep an eye out on that one, but of course my main focus is on the stream itself and on the commentary. So please don't get mad at me if I don't reply or don't reply instantly. I mean, frags like that need an instant reply by the terrorists, but there is no way to reply to that. Crystal! Ooh, wow! Okay. But at least he got the kill, right? That's what matters the most. The terrorists will try to hunt him down. The shadow is definitely helping Chris down. Taz still gets the kill. Somehow manages to sweep it. 2v4 now. Neo and Taz still up in this round against 2 CTs on the A side and 2 at B. 22 seconds on the clock. They really have to rush it now. And that means they won't have enough time to close out all the corners on the B side. On the A side, of course. Which then means that guys like Capson or like Tazin, who is digging in even deeper, will have an easy time here. Look at that. 5 seconds on the clock and Virtus just reached the bomb site. No chance for them. Penta with a 7-1 winning after losing 1 round resets. Or, well, losing after winning 1 round resets the terrorist loser bonus. So they have to scrape the back or the bottom of their pockets. They squeeze out 3 AKs, a Tech 9 and the P250 against a full buy on the CTs. Penta will face a full B rush. No stop, my friends, no stop. Can they hold on to it? My guess, no, Tapson actually with the frag, even though it looked like my guess would have had it. 4v5 already. The bomb has not been planted. The CT is on the rotation. It doesn't look good for Virtus.pro at all. Taz goes down after picking off one of the CTs. If they keep doing that, the CTs will win in a 1v1. Let's see. Snax is trying to pull it back. Neo is still alive as well. And the smoke screen is still holding the CTs off. 2v3 now thanks to Neo's frag. Pasha will smoke himself. Or at least he pretends to smoke himself into a different position. Tazin looking for the rifle. Now he's got one. Now they can execute their retake. Ah, look at that frag by Tapson. Tazin checking out everything as well, and he's on it! Double kill for Tazin. Virtus.pro failed to get themselves into good after plan positions, and that's what happens if you don't get yourself out of the bomb site anymore. The CTs run in from two different directions. They have the two additional angles. Tapson checking out that corner so Tazin can run around there and he can see everything over here. The only possible solution would have been somebody in Chicken Hut or somebody over here or over here. And since Virtus.pro stayed in that very confined space, the angles to check are very limited if you come in from here. There are just that many angles, and Virtus.pro could have spread out a little more, but I think they thought that Penta was too close to do that. So Virtus.pro didn't want to look bad by running away from the score, from the statue, for example. Pasha could have gotten out of that position that he was in, but he reconsidered because he thought the CTs were too close, and that was maybe a mistake for Virtus.pro at that moment. But you never know if that's going to be a mistake or something good, you know. Penta could have rushed in there without checking statue, and as soon as that, you look very good. Now that's Snax going to work on the low with the P250. They were pummeling him together. 4v4, 2v4, it's all slipping away from the terrorists as Bialy goes down. It's Penta's round again. 9-1. Virtus.pro need to come back here. I expect them to come back. I already said that I would be quite disappointed if Virtus.pro would not play in the ESL Pro League anymore. And even though I'm German, I kinda, well, I don't hate the German scene, but I see too many things going wrong over there, so it's kind of heartbroken for me. It's like your first girlfriend and you see it again after 10 years. You still kind of like it, but at the same time you're like, nah, wouldn't hit again. So, same goes for first boyfriend, by the way, just don't be sexist. Virtus.pro is taking their time, and this time they go for another B execution. They haven't abused drop zone, which Mousesports, for example, have a big problem with. So Virtus.pro is yet to really go for drop zone B splits, which are the most effective strategies on Cobblestone so far. But look at that fake. They completely fool the CTs, the smokes. They still keep them at the wrong side. Penta still has Tapson checking it out, while the rest of the site is captured, or the rest of the A side is captured by the terrorists. They just have to remove Tazin over there. Neo has eyes on him. Pasha hangs around with the Mac-10 kill. That's a good trade for the terrorist. Crystal and my guess will reply though, and keep the man advantage alive for the CTs. Crystal already in there. Neo isn't covered from that angle. How did they not communicate that? Virtus.pro though still pull it back. A 1v1 now, my guess against Taz. But look at Taz. He's going off like a bomb as well, with a nice headshot onto my guess. 9-2. Virtus.pro with a chaotic looking round, with a last second rotation towards A, almost messing that up. Thanks to Crystal going for a very risky play, but spotting Neo in that corner here. Actually, it was that corner. And Virtus, well, I mean, it was individual skill that won them around in the end. But I expect Virtus to win it with team play. And if Neo is looking the wrong direction on an angle that he would have been aware of, it's just not looking good for Virtus at the moment. Crystal holding the door again. But Hodor is joining his teammates on the... No, he's not joining them on a rotation. I thought he would go for the rotation area right now. But he's not. He wants to stay around for Tazin, but now Tazin is alone and he wants to counter it. Plays aggressively with the AWP. Might be the unexpected. They give him the frag. There he goes. Good tag by Neo, but that's really doesn't matter if you take him down to 12 HP. He's an odd player. He can take down everyone with 1 HP. It doesn't matter for him. 4v4 now. The terrorists are coming in from behind. But Yali gets taken out by Lowell. That's a play by him. Pasha with the opening kill on the bomb site itself. But they get outflanked by Mike Guess. He's there already. Snacks with a big covering fire. Just keeps Pasha alive with 22 HP. And a bomb will be planted as well. It's Tazin with 12 against the, well, internally bleeding terrorists here. Snacks on 6, 22 and Pasha. And Tazin seems to know. He knows they're low. Oh, that's the one tap onto Snacks with a 5-7 headshot. Pasha, the next one to go. Tazin tried to fake to get around from the left corner. Now he's running for it. Ooh, Pasha is so close. Look at Pasha. Oh, he just got around the corner. I think Tazin just spotted him. Now he's running for that frag. It might be too late. No, it isn't. Tazin has clutched the 1v2 with 12 HP on his health bar. What is going on, man? Triple kill for Tazin. The first frag on Neo was insane already. And then he had to go on against that crossfire with Pasha in there. And Snacks over here. He still made it happen. Penta with a 10-2. Wow. Oh, and now they fail a smoke on the B execution? Well, it will probably not play a crucial role. But if you see something like that, it's another cue. You know, we were detectives. We would look for signs that make Virtus look guilty, and then we would look for signs that make Penta look guilty. Guilty for losing or winning. And at the moment, all the suspects tell me it was Virtus.pro. And I'm still not sure if they are really, or if we get a plot twist at the very end of this game. It's definitely possible to find that. But only 2 rounds on the T side on Cobblestone. Definitely not enough. Virtus.pro can make it look like it's enough on the second half. Let's not write them off too early. As the company will get the first frag, but it's Tazin again on the slope. What a quick frag. Oh, smoke blocks on the door. The door is holding the smoke, so to speak. Tapson is sliding down the ledge. The double kill by Tapson with the UMP. He goes down to Bialy. Now Snacks with a Tech 9 kill on the rotation. Onto my guess. The terrorists should definitely plant the bomb as quickly as possible. Lowell and Tazin are panicking as well. They're running around like wild chicken here. Nobody really knows where the opponents are. Virtus.pro is looking a little clueless as well, but I think they have, they have their backs against the wall. There's nobody coming from that direction. Whereas the CTs were in A slope and they were really clueless. Will we get backstabbed from here, or will we get killed from here, or maybe from here? Now they have everything settled. They know where the bomb is, but they don't know where the terrorists are. Snacks is playing it very aggressively. CTs will not check the corner, but he misses that frag, something that we rarely see by Snacks. Bialy goes down, but Snacks makes it a 1v1. Lowell coming around the boulder as well. Snacks takes the duel, and he wins it for Virtus.pro. The Poles stay alive to fight another round in this half, and they can maybe fight in the next half as well. The CTs will definitely have enough money to go for the full buy, but if Virtus.pro win those last rounds, this one being the last round, but if they get the last 2 rounds of the half, I could see Taz shout them to a win here on Cobblestone. I could see them get fired up again. The thing that Virtus.pro is well known for, and that frag. Neo onto Crystal. Tapson and company holding on to the B side. But it's Tazin on his own on A. And he will be in focus. Tazin, look at the way he plays. It's so confident. He's pushing A main with an AWP. I don't know, but, well, whatever floats your boat, I guess. And he definitely floated his boat on the A side against Virtus. Neo and Tazin will virtually walk past each other. while Taz and company still delay that go. They don't have to rush it yet. It's 54 seconds. Tazin lines up on A. Look at Neo. He's right next. Just that paper-thin wall is actually separating the two players from killing each other. Now Tazin walks around that side. Finally, Neo's there to pick up the frag. Virtus.pro was really impatient at that moment. They were about to execute on the B side because Neo simply didn't find anyone on A. And now they are on the rotation. Bialy is holding the door. And Mike Guess and Lowell, the last man alive for Penta. It looks like Virtus.pro can make it 11-4. There goes Mike Guess. Bialy still holdovering it out on the rotation area. And now he holds onto the window as well. Hovo! He's not gonna make it work. Lowell with that frag, but what can he do? You know, 1v5. Snacks is there with a big gun. Point blank range. Virtus.pro with a 4th round on the board, and Penta with a good advantage here on the 3rd map. It actually would look like Penta have this map, this best of 3 series in the back. And I don't know if it's, you know, at the very start when most of you weren't around yet, I said that there are a few things, a few storylines. You know, Penta will lose Tapson. He's going to go somewhere else. And so it's his last hooray, so to speak. But is that a good thing or a bad thing? Some people might say, oh, it's actually bad because they might not take it as seriously, or he might not take it as seriously as he would have if he had stayed with Penta. At the same time, it could be good because, you know, if you ever ended a relationship and both parts were aware of the relationship ending, usually it feels like it's the first day again. It's like honeymoon feeling again. So you could say that it's the case for Penta. At the same time, Virtus.pro were in a huge slump online. That's why they have to play this game in the first place. But they were looking better and better in the last weeks. They also won SL Invitational against opposition that you would argue they could have made Virtus.pro struggle in their bottom part of the slump. But Virtus.pro won, and they won against Na'Vi, one of the strongest teams in the world if they were warmed up. Guardian just played his first official tournament again after coming back, so I wouldn't really rate that result too highly. But Virtus.pro won a LAN tournament. So you could say Virtus.pro is back. But this is online, and it started off with a 16-3 win for Penta. So let's see how this pistol round is going. Penta go for an A execution. The CTs were not really prepared for that one, but they have Snacks backstabbing the terrorists in a few seconds. Lowell and Crystal still holding on to this side, but the CTs are in there. And that's a huge problem for Penta. The choke points are gone. They have to check the corners and all the angles manually. And Virtus.pro will get it done. 2 frags for Neo, 2 frags for Snacks. Went out and got back into the A side with a good backstab here. Really important for Virtus.pro to win this pistol. Give themselves some hope as well as something to fight for. So the terrorists go for the upgraded pistols. Not having brought down to 0 though. Crystal and My Guess seem to save for an orb. The rest of the squad, however, doesn't have to save for anything, so they have Tazin with armor and deal on the A side. Dangerous weapon on the A side. Well, Snacks finds himself in some trouble. Oh, but nobody gets his hits in there. Tapson too impatient as well with the deal. Finally gets it done onto Snacks. Well, should Taz actually pick that fight? I don't know. But he's doing it. And he's winning it as well. So Crystal, the last man alive with the deal. He just wants to bait the CTs in there. And again, he's holding the door. But not anymore. Neo from the side with the FAMAS. One of the few memes I really got to like. So I thank you, by the way. I thank you for tuning in, everyone. Every single one of you. It's awesome to cast this game, and it's awesome to have you around as well. So big shout out to you guys. We have another save round due to the fact Penta didn't plant the bomb in the second round either, and they are not really a team that sometimes they go for some weird decisions, but at the start of the round or the game they play it more or less casually. Not really casual, but effective. Is that a long push with the 2 first frags? Had to be Bialy to close him down with the MP7 and the MP9 for Pasha. Virtus.pro not having too many problems against the eco rounds of Penta. So now they can gain some confidence. And if Snacks hits his shots, I can see Virtus.pro pull it all the way back. Snacks risking his life here. If there was somebody close by on the door, could run into some trouble, but they spray it, and so they announce their approach to the door. Snacks gets flashed out of position. He's caught on the slope and gets killed by Tapson. The 5v4 now, the man advantage. Oh, Taz with a quick frag, but Mike Yes's reaction straight on point. Another man advantage, or at least the man advantage gets restored. Virtus.pro blocked off. Good Molotov takes Bialy down to 11 HP, and Virtus.pro is already backing away. They have enough of it.
Bomb has been planted.
They will try and save their guns. Neo might go for some exit frags. Assisted by Bialy, who's an 11 HP, so he's not really actively taking part in that exit fragging. I don't know. Those 2 quick frags, quick decision by Virtus.pro to save as well. Definitely a wise decision to make as well. But if the A bomb site gets overrun like that, you have to do something about it really soon. And I don't know what Penta is about to do. Oh, Neo just stayed alive there. That was really close. So now we have that first round by Penta. Okay, let's rush A. We don't have anything to lose. We still have a round lead. With at that stage it was 11-7, so 4 rounds difference. Now Virtus, no. Damn, that A rush. We have to try and counter that, or do our jobs better. While Penta knows we have 1 weakness, now let's find the second one, right? Let's go for B now. Or let's fake B and then end up on A. That's even more cheeky, because the CTs will be weary of A. They kind of want to hold on to A, but if you make it very obvious that you want to attack B, Virtus.pro is going to go for a rotation, and that's the case right now. Snacks is the only one on A. He doesn't have any equipment anymore, and Penta should realize that it's time to rotate back again. But, you know, you have to check out those corners over here if you want to make an A push, or even better, make an A push like that. And they don't have the time anymore, so Penta will definitely stick to the B bomb site right now. Neo is in a crucial position for the CTs. He's pushed very close up to the terrorists. Tapson in drop zone. He's been hurt though. Bialy adjusts his positions as well. Let's see what Bialy's doing. Just holding passively. Neo almost caught off guard. Now the terrorists know that somebody is around there. Neo with a big frag. Lowell with the double trade. It's a man advantage for the terrorist. Tapson comes out of drop zone and he stays alive as well. He's got a teammate covering the door as well, or the window. The wind door. And that's Tazin holding on to the wind door against Taz. Penta make it 13-7. The CTs have some amount of money on 3 players, but they have to force it. At the same time, you kind of don't want to, because you have two guys left with a UMP and a P250. Definitely not really comfortable for Virtus. Penta on the final stretch. But if you've ever saw any cycling, you know, cyclists, the Tour de France, for example. And they raise their arms before they cross the finish line. If Penta do the same mistake, they might end up being liquidized by Virtus.pro. Bialy going for the shoulder peek, and Taz capitalizes. Now Bialy comes back to save his teammate. Well, not quite saved him, but at least got a double trade, and that's definitely working for Virtus.pro. They will take that any given day. Crystal is the last man standing with 55 seconds. Well, I don't know why he's not running for B. Just, he knows some positions, so he probably just wants to pick up some frags over here. And Penta will lose that round. But they got the 2 rounds already. Even though Virtus.pro made it 3 at that stage, Penta's CT side was impeccable. I don't think that they are really worried about this outcome. They have a Tech 9 armor buy and rifles coming up in the next one, while Virtus.pro might hit another rough patch if they lose too many guys in here. They might win the round, but they still could end up with a FAMAS or a UMP on Virtus.pro. Taz with the first one onto Crystal. Where else but at the door? Tazin and company go for the drop zone play, but nobody pick up the refrag. Bialy is warming up as well. He's doing more and more work the longer this series goes on. Penta in full drop zone mode. 3 players in there. They realize there is a smoke to block them off. 1 minute 10 on the clock. Now they have to waste some time. Make the CTs rotate around or make a mistake here. Oh, Tapson. Tapson is there. Gets the kill onto Bialy. And those tiny things, you know, they stack up and they make you angry. They make you cringe sometimes. Took them quite long to get their teammates up there. Lowell having trouble as well. Finally gets there. 40 seconds on the clock. What is the plan for Penta? They want to split the B side right now. But Tapson will be backstepped soon by Taz. So the timing is crucial in this round, in this execution. The flash has hit. Pasha is completely blinded. Here with a big frag, but Tapson is still around now. Taz comes in, chimes in with his own frag, but goes down to 1 HP left. My guess is running for it, tries to do some more damage, but Neo stays alive as well. And Virtus.pro will win another round, but they suffered 2 losses. It will keep their money a little bit lower. Penta on the other side will be back on rifles. Just 3 rounds to go for the Germans. Sometimes you're so close, but yet so far. They must feel the same way. Snacks on the off still. Penta is going for A right now as well. So they want to try and use that information they got in the first 2 rifle rounds in their own advantage. They know that Virtus played it aggressively on A over here. So they could check this area out for now, get up to this point, then check this one out, get up to this point, then push it up until to there. Then get something over here. And then they could still pull back and go for B. Basic map control play. But Penta doesn't seem like they care about that at the moment. They just expect the CTs to not play it aggressively and not backstep them as soon as they make their execution. And they expect Crystal to go big in drop zone as well. He's not been spotted by Bialy, but Bialy has been hurt by Crystal, that's for sure. And that call definitely was received by Tapson, but Snacks and Pasha with 2 quick frags. And was Pasha in the rotation taking out Crystal? And my guess on the A side, Penta is stalled for now. They're all caught up in the snow. And a good split on the B bomb side through A. Very weird strategy that would have been. Could still make it. Tapson is so aggressive. Look at that. 1 HP left. Doesn't care. Doesn't matter for him either. Pasha though, with his own low HP, he makes it happen for Virtus.pro. 1v1 and Tarzan goes down. What a clutch by Pasha. 4 kills suddenly out of nowhere. He takes down Tapson, who looked like a bulldozer himself. But Pasha, the guy, the hero, the biceps, he is pulling it back for Virtus.pro. The terrorist left in a safe. And Virtus can make it 2 rounds difference, and that's definitely fueling their plow. Penta on the other side, they realize that it's not as easy as expected at the first few rounds here. And it's definitely a problem at this stage of the game. They are the underdog. They had the lead, but they're about to give it away. And then you realize your own inferiority. And then you start doubting yourself, you start doubting your teammates. And everything spirals out of control mentally. Then you stop hitting your shots as well, and then everything is going down the drain. Neo and company are definitely hitting their shots right now. They needed some time to warm up, but Bialy, man, this guy, he is killing them recklessly in this half. Look at that. Got so many crucial double kills as well. That triple in a key round to bring Virtus.pro back again. Now another triple kill. And that's another thing. If you're the underdog, you don't want to give the favorite too much time to warm up and to get back, you know. You might have some weaker guys in there that just wait for the time to step up, and you don't want to give them those chances. Penta did give Virtus.pro the chances. Now they have spotted each other. Chris went for the fright. Pasha got the kill. But on the other side of the map, my guess is they're closing out with his own orb. Snacks. Taz checking out a main, gathering a lot of information here for his teammates. Bialy will not make the same mistake he made already and contest window. So much patience needed at the moment. Penta is still caught in the B hallways, and Neo is checking that out. He's got an incendiary nade as well, and he just tosses it at the fading smoke. Now he gets flashed, though somehow stays alive. Takes a bite of his sandwich to stay alive with those 16 HP, and Penta is forced away from that. They don't know where Neo went. They don't have any info. They have to go for A right now. Tapson closes out Pasha. Applies a different angle on the A side. Bialy has to worry about his backside, while Taz is doing his very best to hold on to the side. It's not going to happen. Lowell, with one of his infamous double kills, is going to shift it into Penta's way. Neo is running away for his life, for his weapon, while Penta is making it to the 14th round. They're not over the hill, not over the hump yet. The CTs will have weapons ready for the next round. Will Penta upset Virtus.pro here? Neo will first off upset Mike S, who gave away his orb there. Nobody around to help him out either. Mike definitely thought that this, you know, who would look for an exit frag over there? And Neo did. That's why he's as legendary as he is. So he's saving the orb, but Penta will win the round. So if Virtus win the next one, the terrorist money will be, the loser bonus will be reset. They will be very low on equipment and on money, so they will probably go for a forced buy at first, and then, you know, waiting for the loser bonus to stack up. This is Virtus' chance to make a comeback. If they want to make it happen, they need to win this round. Well, it's 14-11, really. I didn't have to say it, I guess. Penta's taking it slow as well. They are aware of the dangers that are in front of them, and the obstacles they have to overwhelm to get to the ESL Pro League Season 4, by the way. Snacks still holds on to that angle, even though Taz retreated. Now Snacks joins him as well. Did they hear me? No, they can't, but Pasha and Neo holding on to B platform very aggressively, and that was a huge problem for Penta so far. They have that one flash to dispose of that stack, but you know, the CTs know that the terrorists are coming. Penta should really start taking deep B platform control to avoid having to struggle on those executions early on. Because Virtus.pro, no, there have been terrorists around, we'd rather put somebody next to the B bomb site. Even though Penta might still rotate back to A, it is a big, big tell. Snax on the A side. He's being pushed by everyone. He holds onto the door, but he doesn't hit those shots. 5v3 right now. This might be it for Virtus.pro. They have to step up massively. Taz on the rotation area, but they will not contest this run anymore. Really, no real use for Virtus.pro either. A 5v3 will probably end up having all those rifles killed off, everything taken away from Virtus.pro. They are going for the save. I have to respect them for that decision. It's probably not an easy one. But Penta with a 15-11. Virtus.pro on the brink of a defeat against the Germans. What do you say about that? Unexpected. The odds on CSGO launch, just for everyone tuning in and maybe didn't bet. I bet nobody did not bet. What? Wait, where is it? Oh, my browser broke down as well. There we go. 83% in favor of Virtus.pro and 17 in favor of Penta. I really hope for an overtime because this matchup has been quite entertaining. But I think Penta definitely deserved the win by now. There, you can't argue that, oh no, undeserved or blah blah blah, any reasons you might make up. No, it was Virtus' game to lose. And if they lose it, it's not Penta's fault. No. Let's see, it's not over yet though. Max 7 for Pasha. They have a 3-man stack at the A site, so a weird strategy by Virtus.pro might work though. Penta did end up on the A site quite regularly, even though they tried to make a B fake more than often. And I criticized them for it, but in the previous round it worked out perfectly, so I'm really sorry for all the Penta fans. But it seems odd that a terrorist side, a terrorist team will not take control of that area. You know, this area here. And then here's the drop zone, so you should take control of that part. Maybe even this one as well. But yeah. They do it all the time, and it seems like they have everything settled for exactly that kind of playing style. Pasha's there, but he gets killed by Tapson from drop zone, so the pinching movement is already on. Neo with the reply, Viali gets one as well. Taz and Lowell will trade blows back and forth. Tazin and Lowell still standing, but Neo comes around the corner. It's only Tazin, he planted a bomb. He's still left on the statue. He didn't have time to get away from it, and he didn't have any sort of information where the CTs are coming from, but he gets that first frag, and then it Snax his stopping point. Virtus.pro will prolong this game 12-15. What a thriller. 29 kills for Tapson, so everyone that might have argued that, oh, it's Tapson's last game in the squad, he doesn't care about it anymore, he will probably just play for fun. I think I really bet that Tapson has some fun right now, but only because he's wrecking everyone. Tazin on a long up against Taz. So Virtus.pro kind of salvaged their financial situation. Now they are back on the AWP for Snax, no Max 7 anymore. And they're confident in their setup still. So it's definitely not a confidence problem for Virtus.pro. More hitting their shots or missing their shots problem. Small cheeky corner there. Snacks using the boulders to kind of cover himself. The boulders that you can shoot through without losing any damage. I think he just spotted my guess. And I think the terrorist made it a little bit too obvious that, hello, we are still on A, please stay here. No, they are actually not. Virtus.pro realized that as well. And they're getting a little impatient. They're starting to move around on the A side. Penta lining up that B execution. Now the Molotovs will tell it even more. But there are countered Molotovs, counter nades. So the terrorists are blocked. And it's going to be really hard for them. The CTs have rotations coming in. Taz is already holding on to drop zone. And Bialy is there on the boulder right next to it. The terrorists have to breach it with sheer force. But Pasha is there, uses his biceps to take down my guess. Bialy gets flashed a little bit, but still gets the kill. Lowell and Tazin chime in. Finally, the terrorists get some frags here. Oh, Crystal with a great headshot onto Neo. But again, another trade by the CTs. That's a bomb planted drop. Oh, Crystal has to hurry up. The smoke is about to fade away. That was really close for him. Taz and Snacks on a retake. That's Taz's second frag of the round. Tazin still standing at the edge of the fire. And Snacks with the last bullet of the pistol. Really close exchange. Virtus.pro win another round. But it was really close again. Oh, Tazin must be kicking himself. It was just far away, far enough away from the Molotov to not die. But then he just simply couldn't get those last few bullets into the clutching Virtus.pro player. Timeout. But who picked it? I bet it's Penta. Wouldn't really make sense if it was Virtus.pro. So Penta's money is all over the place. They have enough on Tazin and Crystal, but the rest of the squad would be very weak and basically dead weight. So if they play something, they have to speed it up. Or they say, okay, let Virtus get the 14th round. Let's try and inflict some damage, maybe plant the bomb, and we will have a full buy against a full buy in the last deciding round. And I think that's the way to go right now. They still take their time though, so yeah, Lowell buying the Tech 9 doesn't really tell that much. But my guess, yeah, my guess, buying the P250. No, Lowell got the drop actually. Sorry for missing that. So Tazin is going to drop for his teammates because he had 5k, and it doesn't matter if he's sitting at 3k or 5k. He will be able to buy up in the next round anyway. Crystal might be saving for an AWP, or he will purchase it himself. Well, he doesn't need 4k for an AWP in the next round. They have lost 2 rounds in a row now. Wonder what Crystal is gonna pick up. There is the Tech 9 and the armor. So 2 more rounds to go for Penta, or 2 more rounds to go for Virtus.pro, and after that an overtime on the 3rd map. That would be quite a fitting end to this matchup in my opinion. That's why I hope for an overtime as well. Let's see what Penta's up to here. They really don't have that much space to work with. They have 3 flash grenades. They will split A. That's set in stone already. There is no real question about that anymore. Taps in with the first kill onto Bialy. This might be it already. Well, it's just the first frag, but I didn't really consider Penta to be a threat at all. At that stage of the game, Virtus.pro got more and more momentum. They look way better than before. I mean, 1,000 times better than on Cash. On that first kill might make Virtus.pro struggle for some control and for some ideas as well. The simple fact they have to watch out. Every single player has to watch out to not run into a trap or something like that. So they're basically blindfolded at the moment. Taz going for that small peek at window is almost also a risk at the moment already. Oh, why did Crystal? Come on, why did he do that? Now they flash in the back of Crystal to get rid of Taz over there. Methodical play by Penta. Taz scares them away with his first spray. Now they try to double peek him, but he lines him up perfectly. Perfect use of angles by Taz, making it only possible for one terrorist to counter him. Penta is on the A side in the meantime, and Tazin picks off Snacks with a nice deagle headshot. 3v3. The terrorists still haven't made it past the door. There is Pasha, double kill before he gets raided by Lowell. It's been a costly round, but Taz is there. And those kills by Taz, they have been immensely important. 14-15. Virtus.pro is closing the distance. Can they really pull it off here? Can they make a comeback from an 11-4 deficit? No ops for Penta, but plenty of grenades. Max 7 for Pasha again. Yeah, that's the result of the good job of Penta in the previous round. Sometimes getting kills is that important. While you would say exit frags are not really playing a big role, they can in those rounds. Crystal will start off with some aggression on the B side. And Snacks spots the terrorist out in a main and quickly repels that approach. Penta back on the B bomb side. Virtus.pro waiting there. 2 players inside. Bialy already rotated towards A, so it kind of fooled the CTs. But now Penta's B execution is a little bit too slow. Look at the CTs. They can even sneak rotate. Bialy is not really running. He's sneaking to the side on the rotation. And Penta still haven't made their move. Now they're going for a drop zone split. Will they go for the A side though? It might be a really mad looking push. Taps him with the frag. Pasha with the retaliation. Bialy is there, but he slipped. One terrorist slipped through his fingers. That's Lowell. Snacks with a reply on Crystal on the slope. A 2v2 now, and the terrorists are in balcony. Snacks can easily intercept them. If he just gets the first frag, he does, and he finishes the second as well. Virtus.pro will take us to an overtime. What a ride. What a matchup. Virtus.pro will draw it 15-15 thanks to Snacks and thanks to Bialy's frag and window. What a... I mean, Penta coming with those weird calls that are kind of so effective in making those rounds chaotic. But, wow. So, I'm really not sure what to expect from this overtime.
Terrorists win.
I hope that we get it underway really soon. As I get a cool message from FA. Really big shout out to everyone that makes this one possible. Finn, Freebeaks, for example, from ESL. And every one of you. Every single one of you. So, is there a fixed amount on the pauses between overtimes? I guess they have to go to the toilet, really. But apart from that, I mean, how long can the toilet break be? Oh no, did I really ask that question? I don't want to know. Please don't answer if you're watching this. Or leave a comment, or leave a message in the chat on how long your toilet breaks are. I didn't mean to. Sorry for that. Penta is mostly standing at the moment, so they catch their breath. Especially Tapson, my guess, Tapson for carrying them across this map. So my guess is back as well. Tapson is the only one to move. Long. Now we get the replies from a previous question. 4 minutes 20 seconds. Yeah. Now, well, Penta showed some good, let's call it good mid-round calling when they were about to hit the B bomb site in the last round, and then said, wait guys, let's do it completely differently. Let's send, I think it was Christy over to A from slope, and the rest will split. So they didn't go for B, but they fooled the CTs into thinking it's B. Snacks was really the one to stop them at slope. Awesome performance by him across the map, across the whole series, in my opinion, because if you watch players, I think you get the same idea. If you watch players play, you kind of get a feeling if they are trying, if they gave up, if they are angry, if they are relaxed and all that, you know? If they're really focused, if they are nervous. You kind of see that on their mouse movements and how they play the rounds, how they behave, the movement and all that. And I think Snacks was, together with Neo, two of those guys in Virtus.pro that had the most obvious drive to really win this match on the first two maps. Has definitely joined them later on, and I don't want to take away anything from Bialy and Pasha. They did a great job, especially in Cobblestone. So, longest pause of the world. Yes, there it is, finally. At least gave me some time to catch my breath and get something to drink there. So if you're shouting for 6 hours straight, I had to cast the game before that. And now this match started 1 hour late. But yeah, I thank you for sticking around, by the way. Okay, thanks for the input, Dynamics. I will fix it for the next stream, but I can't do that now. Bialy and company set up their default lineup, their default defense. You have Snacks and Taz on A long, and Penta is going for exactly that area of the map. Molotovs will flush out. Taz stays in position. He's not... Oh, now he's harmed and he just burns alive in the last second. That Molotov reached for Taz. It had his number, as if the Molotov had character and wanted to kill only Taz. So Snacks is told to help Bialy. Bialy is told to help Snacks covering the site. Penta is trying to grind the CT's numbers lower and lower. But if Virtus makes that stack on long work, the terrorists could really have a rough time. Now Neo is rotating as well. That's just Penta not taking any control of B long. Bialy with that double kill. Now Snacks has a crossfire as well, but it's quickly disposed of by the terrorists. Look at that 3v2. The terrorists are almost dead already. Neo just has to put the finishing touches on every single one of them. 6, 18 and 52 remain. Neo flashes himself in, but he's nervous. You can tell. He knows that it's gonna be a crucial round already, and he doesn't want to mess up behind that bomb site. If anything makes Neo nervous at all, I mean, he handles it perfectly. Now Tazin, oh, that frag onto Neo must be stinging. Pasha is still behind, so he's not really challenging this round, and Tazin didn't get to the bomb plant in time. He's just spraying the whole door. Oh, that clock spray by Tazin. Awkward to see sometimes, but it works. 16 to 15 in favor of Virtus.pro, even though the CTs got eliminated. And that might play a big role in this AMA 3 10k max money. If Penta win this round, the CTs would be in a horrible situation financially. Snacks and Taz this time around position themselves a little differently, not on long, but on A main itself. Penta is focused on A. You can really tell it's like a fish that caught a bait, or that smells something in the water, you know. And now they tried to make a rotation. The CTs have used their time. They have adjusted to Penta's way of playing it. Neo is in that aggressive position again, and it's really no surprise. Penta might actually go back to their A split again. It's not that bad of an option, but the CTs have checked out A main already. So if Penta would go back for A, it would be really hard for them. They stick to B for now, and it's their generic B execution again. Neo enters in, trading 1-for-1. Pasha going for the GG. Oh, that kill by Pasha. Tapson with the reply, however. And the CTs keep trading, or try to trade. Tapson and Lowell will cover their teammates on the approach. Taz, the only one standing. Might consider saving already, because the CT's money is really not looking good at all. And he's up against 3 terrorists. They had plenty amount of time to go for cozy positions. And now he's down to low HP. Crystal with the last kill of the round. 16-16. Penta win the second round of the overtime here. And look at the CT's money. This round was key, even though it went in favor of Virtus.pro. It got Penta in the pole position in this overtime. Now I wonder what goes through the minds of both teams' players. Bihali definitely happy for that first frag. Then he gets traded by my guess. Crystal and Lowell working on B long. Tezin holding the AWP on the A side. Just shows his position, or his presence with that nade and the smoke. Keep the CTs weary of his position, and it works out. That smoke pops and Taz is instantly rotating back. Now Penta stepped away on purpose, so they want to fake. Oh, do they want to go for the rotation? They keep me guessing all the time. It's impossible to predict them. I wonder what Virtus.pro is going through right now. I heard steps at B long. Maybe they're going for their A rotation again. Guys, keep an eye out on Pop Dog as well, on Drop Zone as well. That's Pasha. Now, they showed one player on Drop Zone, but now Pasha has to go for the information, and he catches Tazin. That's the odd player gone. The likelihood of a B execution is really slim right now, but Krista picks up the frag on Drop Zone. The terrorists in a very weird position. They can split the B bomb site through A. Neo is there, holding onto the door. He gets the frag as well on the bomb carrier, but now backstep by Crystal. Look at that reaction time. Crystal's there a little quicker, 22 seconds on the clock. Lowell with a bomb on his back. He's going for the statue plant. What a round again. Virtus.pro on the retake, a 2v2. Snacks has that angle covered. He knows Lowell is still behind that statue. And now they try to combine each other to get that kill. But Lowell retreats further back instead of left or right. Snacks with a refrag though. 1v1 now. Krista with 36 HP. He backs away. He plays it safe. Now he goes up for the peak and he wins a round for Penta. What a strategy. What a mid-round call. 17-16 for Penta. Look, guys, we have information on everything. We have everything. Now let's do something completely different. Something really unexpected. That kill by Crystal in Drop Zone. And the terrorists were already here. They thought, okay, Crystal will either help us go for A, or we will lose the round. But Crystal got the frag on B. And then the terrorists split the A side, the B side. And what a round. Great heads-up play by Penta. You have to be able to read and tell where your opponents are, what kind of kills you got already, and all that things. You have to keep your own positions and your opponent's positions, the clock, as well as everything else. The amount of grenades you still have and your opponents still have. And then you come up with a mid-round call like that. I don't know. When Crystal got the kill, they instantly reacted, and that was the thing that boggles my mind so much, because they reacted that quickly, as if they said, Crystal, if he gets a kill on Drop Zone, we will go for the split on B. And if they did that, that's a huge amount of communication. I wonder how loud their TeamSpeak is at the moment. But they must be hyped. They must be hyped. They are really hyped. Especially Tapson with his 33 frags. At the last game he plays for the squad. It's the last map. It might be the last few rounds that he plays for Penta before he moves elsewhere. 26 frags for Tazin, who's not doing bad either. Snacks on 26 and 22 for Neo. But you have to take into consideration it's a team effort across the board. Only Tapson and my guess, there is a small amount of difference between them. But overall, it's definitely both teams as a unit playing this match. And I love it for them. Now Virtus.pro tried to show Penta how the B-bomb side is played on the terrorist side. They already were going for it a little quicker. The smoke here is still missing, or rather here is still missing, so they will probably toss it over there rather soon. But you never know what kind of strategies Virtus.pro still have up their sleeves. And that's why Penta is still staying at the A side. Even though they didn't see anyone over there. The only amount of information was at B. And I don't know why Taz is not covered from drop zone. That should have been taken care of by Neo, but sometimes people make mistakes and they cost them lives. 4v5 in favor of the CTs. Now Snacks waiting for that second pop. That's Lowell gone. Back to even Stevens. Tapson with a boost. My guess is on top of his teammate's shoulders to look over that smoke. It doesn't pay off though. Neo and Bialy come around the corner. And now Tazin replying with a pistol. The 2v2, the bomb is ticking in favor of Virtus.pro, but they're running out of HP. Bialy on 6, Snacks on 66. Snacks goes out on a limb, plays it aggressively, and just gets away with his life there. Crystal just spotted his backside as he ran away. And now it's Bialy's time to get around the corner, and Virtus.pro win this first round on the second half of the first overtime on the third map in the ESL Pro League relegation matchup for Season 3. Now Penta find themselves struggling just like Virtus.pro did in their own CT side. And if Virtus win this round, they would be on a match point. On a ESL Pro League Season 4 point. You have to keep in mind, the winner of this matchup will qualify for the next season of the Pro League. A $500,000 league. I hope the players are not thinking like that, because if they realize that they know obviously, but if they take a deep breath in this round and then realize, guys, if we win this, we could qualify for a $500,000 league. And then everybody's like frozen for a second. Virtus.pro is really taking their time right now. You can see it on your map. They are still split up. They will most likely end up on the A side. Penta has the information thanks to my guess holding on there. Now he will spot Snacks. That could trigger a CT rotation. But they're really patient. Really well played by Penta so far. But Pasha comes jumping around the corner and takes out Tazin already. Lowell on the rotation. He doesn't exactly know where Bialy is. Tapson though closes out Taz and Pasha gets wallbanged by Tapson. It's a 1v3. Bialy with a desperate spray attempt onto Lowell. But the CT comes out on top of that. Penta will have a match point here. Virtus.pro need to win this round as well if they want to make it another overtime. Or will we see the second German mixture in the ESL Pro League after Mouse Sports is still in there as well? 2 Dutchmen in the ESL Pro League. That would be quite cool. And a Spaniard as well. But on the other side, Virtus.pro really... I don't know what... I don't want to draw any conclusions. But was winning Starletter just a fluke? I don't think so, man. If anything, this one would be the fluke. But a big fluke. They will play in the Premier season as Virtus.pro. They know the pressure's up. And pressure's something that everyone feels. even legends like Taz, Pasha, and Neo. And Bialy and Snacks are writing their own history at this moment. Bomb is dropped at the A side. The first frag for Crystal, holding onto the door. The terrorists can still split the A side, but they have to pick up the bomb still. If Snacks goes down, this round is over basically. 51 seconds on the clock. Virtus.pro is really patient. Snacks picks up the bomb now. But what is he supposed to do with it? He's not joining his teammates yet, so they have to join him, and they have to split the A side. There is no other option anymore. Crystal quickly realizes that he's about to see some action here. Drop zone has been compromised. Crystal goes down already. That's the opening Virtus.pro needed. They are swarming into the side. Tazin is in the back. He needs to hold on to this tiny position, but Pasha's there. It's a 4v3, but look at the terrorist HP. The CTs are already on the site. The bomb has not been planted yet. Virtus.pro is still reeling right now. Lowell with the kill onto Bialy. The bomb goes down with 9 seconds on the clock. Now the time is ticking for Virtus.pro. Pasha tries to run away unharmed, but Mike S has eyes on him. That's the first frag for the CTs on that retake. Mike S is down to 7, but he lets his teammate take over. Tazin and company are already in there, and they will win it. They will get it done. Penta will qualify for the ESL Pro League Season 4 against Virtus.pro. What a performance by Lowell and company. What a performance by Tapson in his last game for the German team. He's saying goodbye, but with a really, really sick performance, taking them to the ESL Pro League Season 4 single-handedly. Not really single-handedly, but what a performance by him, man. Wow. And you might see the sweat on my forehead. It's just amazing to cast games like that. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. I really, really love every single one of you tuning in today. And every single time I stream, you've been so supportive for me and for the whole CSGO scene. I have to catch my breath. You can stick around a little bit for some ads. I know I have to earn a living as well. And apart from that, you can ask me anything in the chat. I thank you for tuning in. I have to catch my breath. And I hope you are with me when it's the next stream. Follow me on Twitter, by the way, so you stay up to date with that. Thanks, and see you next time.